Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back again. And today we are going to be talking about a very important indicator you want to look at when you're looking at charts. Okay. I'm sure you've heard this term before. You might not know what it means necessarily. You might even know what it means. You might not know how to actually track it. We're going to be talking about MACD today as an indicator. Mac Daddy, as Dan Brown calls it. Okay. So let's just give a basic, quick lesson for you on what MACD actually is. Before we start looking at these charts here, I do want to say, what is the MACD? Okay. This is basically your moving average convergence divergence. A lot of fancy words there. Okay. Basically, what that's saying is you're watching the short-term moving average either go below or above the long-term moving average. Okay? So let's see what this chart's showing us. Let me show you first how to set up the indicator. Okay? If you're in Webull, let's say you're just on your watch list. Go to stocks, pick a stock, any stock. I picked CHCI because that one just so happened today to blow up. So I figured this would be the perfect one to actually look at how the MACD worked and how it would have helped you get in way down here at the 274 mark and run it the whole way up to that 346 where it closed right before the bell today. Okay? So when you go into Webull in the charts, there's this nice little indicator button up here, okay? I have these ones as my frequently used ones. If you start for the first time, probably won't be there. You go to all indicators, then you scroll down until you go into the subchart. Subchart's basically just saying anything below this main chart here. Go there. Man, if it wants me to. Go there, scroll the whole way down to MACD. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what a lot of these mean. Hey, Mom. Oh, okay. Never going to use that in my life. Pretty sure I've never heard of anyone using that one. Don't be making any mom jokes in the comments either. Don't need that in my life. Have no idea what an alligator one is. They got some strange names for these. I wish that said KFC instead of KC, but it doesn't. So we're never using that one either. If it said KFC, I might try it out. Anyway, you click on that MACD. It comes up, and you see over here where it says 12, 26, and 9. All right. Let's go to indicators again. Go to edit indicators. And then we're going to go back down to that subchart. And we're going to go to MACD. This is where you can change your settings, okay? Now, I leave it exactly where it is, okay? This is the default. If your default is not set to this, I might recommend doing that. But again, as we know already, switch me back to my screen, Dan. Let's read this together. Oh, man, Dan went to the wrong screen. Other one, they can't read. There we go. Right here. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Duh. Okay. Now let's go back to the chart. Dan's struggling today, guys. Had one too many Hermione Grangers in the past episode. I think he's still feeling it. All right. I leave it at that 12, 26, and 9. I just think the standard that it's at, that makes the most sense. Let's see right here. Let's look today. I have this on the 15-minute time. Let's even break it down to the 5 real quick. So you can see this short term, okay? Because this is super helpful when it comes to hitting these peaks and selling at peaks before they hit valleys and whatnot, and then buying dips again, because you see this orange line and how it crosses over that blue one. That's good, okay? That's showing that the short moving average there is more than the long moving average, which means the stock's probably going to move pretty heavy right then. So you definitely want to see that when you start looking into potentially using that indicator to go into a position, okay? Then you see it starts to cross back over to that blue real quick. It looks kind of scary for a half a second, but if you got strong hands, you only have to wait out about 15 minutes. You see it's about to cross over again. Ooh, what do you know? Goes real strong and heavy again, okay? Then you see the same pattern here. Oh man, it looks a little dangerous, but you don't see it dropping real heavy. So you keep going. Then it drops kind of heavy, and it looks scary, but this MACD didn't move that. The MACD looks way scarier there. That's why you still use the charts, because that chart is still telling you, hey, you know what? We didn't break below any of those lines, okay? What do you know? We didn't move anywhere. If you want to make a different line even, to illustrate the point even more, because that one's more of a short-term one, you want to kind of connect the points more to there, okay? And let's delete that one. So this would have been scary right here because it dipped below where you were hoping it would beneath that line. But you see here, didn't dip, kept going. Didn't dip low enough, kept going. The higher this goes, the more resistance it hits, which also means once it passes through that resistance, that's the new floor. It takes a lot more for that floor to break. You have to have massive sell-offs, offerings, bad PRs, slew of different things. But just normal everyday events will not have it break down through that bottom. Even right there, got real close. You know what it did? Rallied hard, okay? And you can see that right here too. And you see how this MACD line right here ends up looking almost identical to how the stock is looking itself. You see these big, heavy green candles down there starting to move from right here? That's called a squeeze, okay? When you go from that red to that green, and if it pushes really, really hard like that, you know, you need really good volume for that to move. So clearly this had good volume, and it just exploded. It went from that 316 the whole way in that one jump to 367. There was probably a big buy on that is what I'm guessing. But you can look at it in 5 minutes, which I think is good for shorter term. If you really want to know what a stock is doing immediately, that 1 minute is really good for super volatile ones that are just shooting straight up and then end up heading down just based off news versus all-day runners like something like this. And 15-minute does more good of a trend for a day or so, I would say, for a stock. It gives you a better look as to, hey, you know what? I see it's trending up. I think the 15-minute one is good if you don't want to be as scared. I don't think it gives you as much information as you'd like right away, but it still shows that that MACD was pretty much above that line for the majority of the day. The other settings, however, that didn't show it as much. So that could scare you away, but it could save you in the long run too. All right. If you guys have any other questions about MACD specifically, if you want a follow-up video or just have any questions at all, either go ahead and ask them in the comments section below. And as always, don't forget, if you don't have a Robinhood account, use the referral link below and you get a free stock. I get one too. Everybody wins. Also, got a Webull link down there too, so you can look at these cool charts just like I do, and you can figure out how to set all this up along with me. That's a free referral link down there as well. You fund it with $100, you get 2 free stocks. On top of that, we have an Instagram account now. It's going to be @StocktailHours, okay? or Stocktail hour, not hours. Don't know where that's going to take you. Don't go there. Anyway, just figured I'd jump on, show you guys how to do this real quick, and leave you on your day. So, see you next time.